Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth, and this is the 5th time that I'm trying to film this video. The video for today, I think, will hopefully speak for itself. So I'm currently reading 6 books, 2 middle grade, 2 YA, and 2 adult books. And I had the idea this morning to look on my currently reading books and see how many ratings, how many reviews, average rating, and date of release each book has. We're going to talk about my middle grade, and then we're going to talk about my adult, and I'm going to wrap up with the YA, and hopefully I won't go on a rant, and we'll get this all dealt with quickly, because in at least 2 of my videos, I finished up the YA portion with hashtag me too, but we don't have to talk about it all the time. So we're getting that out of the way now, and hopefully I won't go on a rant about how all of the political issues going on in the world are being dampened down and put at face value in YA books right now, and they're the only things being hyped. Oh, we're 2 minutes in, and I've said all the things I was worried about trolls catching hold of. So let's move on. My first middle grade book is going to be Night Books by J.A. White. This book was released in July of this year, and it was an Alcrate Junior book, which is the only reason I heard of it, because I haven't heard of anybody else discussing it since its release. It does, however, have 493 ratings and 136 reviews with an average rating of 4.03. This book is a storyteller's dream. It is about a little boy who is kidnapped and is trapped in a witch's apartment, and he's writing stories for her because she loves scary stories. The only way to survive and get home is to write stories for the witch that she enjoys, so she does not kill him. All right, moving on. The other middle grade book I have is Wand Maker by Ed Masesa. I had never heard of this book until I saw it at a Scholastic Book Fair last month. This book was released in 2016, May of 2016. It has 63 reviews and 438 ratings. 63 reviews, 438 ratings. The average rating is 3.61. Now, I've read the first 2 chapters of this one and feel like it's probably going to be about a 3-star read for me, unless something just absolutely mind-blowing happens, which at this point is very possible. I've read the first 5 chapters of this one, and it's on track to be about a 4-star read for me, excuse me. And I'm very excited about it. However, I have never heard anyone actually discussing either one of those books, except for Night Books in the unboxing videos for Alcrate Junior. So there is that. Middle grade, we talk about this a lot, but it still seems to be prevalent, at least in the circle of booktubers I've found. Middle grade gets discussed, but bypassed as well. So we talk about, oh, it's middle grade May, and we read all the books and we talk about the books, and then we don't read them until next March and next May. Or we talk about, these are middle grade books I want to read, I read it, and then we move on, and we don't hype them like the YA books get hyped. Moving on to my adult books. The first adult book I want to show you is, well, both of them I discovered walking through my library. I've never heard of either series, except for just walking through the stacks of my library in the last few weeks. The first one I want to talk about is The Amazing Harvey by Dawn Passman. This book has 35 reviews. 35 reviews. This is a mystery. I think it's going to have some thriller aspects. I've only read the first 2 chapters, but it has drawn me in. So far, it's really well written, and I can't really say what it's on track to be because I've only read the first 2 chapters, but probably a 4-star read if it continues in the vein that it has started in. It has 35 reviews, 138 ratings, 3.45 as its average rating. Now, with that few reviews, you would think that this was a book that was very newly released. However, this is a St. Martin's Press book, and it was released February 25th, 2014. 35 reviews. All right. The other adult book that I have for you is book 3 in the Gower Street Detective series. You have seen me talking about this over the last month, this series. This is Death Descends on Saturn Villa by M.R.C. Kasassian, or Kasassian, I'm not really sure. But I love this series. The main character is March Middleton, and she has gone to live with a godfather she never knew about until after her father passed away. And her godfather is a personal detective. It's 1880s London, and Sidney Grice, the personal detective, March's godfather, is a grudging vegetarian who is very bland in his eating habits, but very sarcastic and snarky in the way he treats people. And he makes Sherlock Holmes look like the sweet old man down the road. Lots of things happen, lots of hilarity, and lots of death because it is a cozy mystery series. This book has 111 reviews and 1,180 ratings, and it came out in June of 2015. So this one is the one that has the most ratings and reviews. That's 1,180 ratings, 111 reviews. The most out of those first 4 books. So now let's talk about the YA books. I'm reading Undead Girl Gang by Lily Anderson. I cannot hold it up for you because it's on ebook. It has 1,018 reviews. Yeah. The most reviews we had otherwise was 111 reviews, right? No, 136 reviews with Night Books. But less than 150 reviews on any of the middle grade and adult books I'm currently reading. So 1,018 for Undead Girl Gang, 3,082 ratings, an average of 3.85 star rating. This book was released May 8th of 2018. I'm currently reading it. Like I said, I'm about 30% of the way through, and it's about a 2.5 star read for me at this particular point in time. It's not anything super special. I'm hoping that maybe at the halfway mark or so, it's going to actually make me go, oh, look, it really is a good book. Because right now, I just feel like I'm wasting my time and I don't want to open up my Kindle to read it. The other book that I am currently reading, the other YA book that I'm currently reading, has even more ratings and reviews than that. And it's an even newer release. That is Sadie by Courtney Summers. This book was released September the 4th of 2018. This book has been out 1 month and 10 days. In the last less than a month and a half that this book has been released, okay, it has accumulated 2,264 reviews. 2,264 reviews. It has accumulated 5,490 ratings. Its average star rating is 4.32. Now, this book is a YA thriller, or so it's billed. I am in the middle of chapter 9, and I think it's more new adult than YA, but you know, I'm not a huge YA reader because I feel like they don't go super deep unless it is on one of the big trigger topics of the time. That's all I'm going to say about it right now. Maybe I just haven't found the proper YA book to change my mind on that one yet. I do keep reading YA because I am intrigued, but most of the time it's adult or middle grade because of that surface type of political rampaging that I feel like is happening in all of these hyped up books. And some of them are super important. However, they all kind of follow each other's lead. And I feel like we're better than that. These authors are better than that. Even beautifully well written stories can fall flat when they're just like that. And so far, this is not a beautifully well written story. I do like the fact that it is written half of it is a podcast. So it's written as a podcast with West McCrae at the helm, looking into where Sadie has gone and what happened to Sadie's little sister, who was brutally murdered. Um, and then the other half of the book is from Sadie's perspective. So you're seeing what she's doing. The podcast, he's interviewing different people from their very tiny little town. And I like the way it's written. However, it would be about a 2.5 star read for me if it were not for the audiobook. The audiobook is its saving grace right now. The audiobook has a full cast and it's very well done. And now it's about a 3 to a 3.5 star read because of the audiobook. So there's that. However, again, I'm 25-30% of the way through with this book, so maybe something amazing will happen and I will change my mind and give it a higher star rating. As of right now, I don't think that's going to happen. However, things change. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. The fact that YA is super hyped is not news to anyone. It's a huge topic on BookTube, and I have tried to stay away from it. But looking at ratings and review numbers, which is not normally what I look at, I normally look at, oh, this is a 4-star average rating. I don't normally look at how many people have rated and reviewed. So looking at that today really shocked me with the huge difference of 35 ratings, 111 reviews, 2,496 reviews, 5,180 ratings. Just insanely different for books in the same genre but different age levels. So, yeah, no. That is what I wanted to talk to you about. Feel free to not give me any hateful comments, but come talk to me in the comment section if you've noticed these discrepancies, or, if I'm just missing amazing booktubers that talk about middle grade all the time, or hyped middle grade adult books, etc. Give it a big thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe if you're new. I'll talk to you guys again soon. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye. It's not that I don't know what I'm going to say. It's not that I'm not sure what to do. It's that I've gone on rants every single time, making the video long and convoluted. And while I want to say important things with this, I have a feeling that no matter how I do this, I'm going to get some nasty comments. So I'm trying to make this as well done as I can, even though it doesn't matter how well prepared I am. I'm going to flounder something at some point. That's just who I am. However,